We're going to look at storing expressions now. If I want to just have the jaw opening and closing, I'm going to set an expression on the rotation in Z. Open the kinematics page and do set expression. Here we can see the current value. What I'm going to do is just put a sine wave of the current frame, say times 10. So the difference between the current frame and the value is actually very small, so that's why he's only moving very slightly, and also his jaw's gone up, so we need to put in an offset. At any stage we can see the graph, so instead of say times 10 I were to do say times 30, it's now going to move much more rapidly. So let's multiply it by 10, say like this. So now I've put in an additional 10 units of the offset, so there we go. But it's still actually in his face, so I'm going to just add, well, it was about 30-40 degrees, so I'm going to add in brackets minus 40 degrees, something like that. There we go. So now, there we go. If I just apply, good. As I play it back, he's just opening and closing his jaw. If I were to store the current mark parameters, there's no animation. If I were to store the animated parameters, well, it's not animated, it's using an expression. So I would go to store animated parameters expressions, or in this case mark parameter expressions. Remember, I can also just click on the Z, click on the Z here, and it's marking that parameter. So I can store this one or this one. Let's do mark parameters. You notice the range is -8. It takes one frame off here at the end. It gives me some boundaries. Maybe I'll just do 1 to say 60, something like that, and just call it talking. And I'll start it at frame 1. If I remove the original animation, just look at the icon over here, which is showing me I have an expression. There we go. It sets it back now, and I'm ready to do what I like. But now, when I insert the source, talking, there we go. It's being driven through the original expression. If I look at the source animation, here we go. We can see there is the expression, and there is the value. Inside the source data, I can do my editing directly inside here, so I don't have to apply it back on as an action and go through that process there. But of course, if I wanted to do a static pose, maybe I want to play around, put it really big like that, I'm going to go store just the mark parameters, the current values, just call it big. Maybe I can do some keyframing as well, but I'll just show you. There we go. So now I have big and back again. So I can start to play around this, cycle this, or if I want to just add it to the entire animation. So I'm now doing an offset, like so. So on this frame, watch what happens. It just pops in here. At any stage, you can always use the preset weights or keyframe the weight manually. I'm just going to do it 0, 1, 0. So now it will just blend in and blend out. So without keyframing, we've now got 2 clips in the mixer, and we can start to do the animating.